Hey, folks, it's Reaction Bite Radio with your host, Kevin Postalwait, and co-host.
Julie Price.
And we're here today with our good friend and president-elect, Lyle Atkins, with West Virginia Bass Nation. And we're going to talk a little bit about Bass Nation and maybe the upcoming year and how Lyle thinks things should go or wants to go, and some of the goals for the year and some of the upcoming events and things that we have going on. So, Lyle, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me as your first guest.
Yeah, we're happy you could join us, and we're going to talk a little bit of bass fishing today in West Virginia Bass Nation. So one of the first questions I have is, how long have you been involved in West Virginia Bass Nation?
This will be, if I did the math right, man, it's dating me. This will be my 36th season. And
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. If I qualify for the state championship, it will be my 30th consecutive state championship.
See, that's nice. Well done. That's hard to do. I have not done that.
Yep.
I think Julie's been to more state championships than me.
A few years ago. And I finally got over that hump and made the state team. And that was probably one of my proudest accomplishments, only because I'd worked so hard. And if you're an angler, you know how emotional we are about what we do.
Yeah, and let's talk about the state team. Lyle and I went to the national championship, Bassmaster Bass Nation National Championship in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Lyle was there as president-elect for West Virginia. I was there because Julie was fishing, so I got to kind of attend the meetings with Lyle. So, Lyle, that's your first time being there also?
Yeah, that was my first time being at the national championship.
So tell the folks what that's all about from the president's side.
Well, from the president's side, and first you got to take it back to a little boy growing up watching Bassmasters and Larry Nixon and Lou Daves and Rick Kung and all them guys every Saturday, and dreaming about being a bass fisherman and having the privilege of diving into a little bit, in the opens and things, and later on, and coming up. But bass is it is a passion. Bass fishing is something that's bred into you. You just don't quit it. I mean, I don't know how you ever quit it. But with that said, going there in the capacity of president-elect, which been there for the team. For me personally, when I went on the team, Ken was there, and Ken made sure, the current president, he made sure we all had a good time, and I wanted to do that. But when they were calling boat numbers, I didn't realize I would be so proud of these guys that actually made it. I felt a little bit like, I was proud of each and every one of them.
I actually went there with you, and it was really something, wasn't it, to sit out there and see all those boats in the morning, and it was cold. I mean, Wisconsin was cold.
It was cold, and it was like sitting there watching your children. Even though these are grown men I fished against, and we've all known each other forever. Some of the faces. When I say guys, I use that term to include all anglers, meaning females. It's just a term. But our anglers, watching them all, especially Julie, go through that line, I was proud of them. It's just unexplainable. I was happy to be there for them. I would have loved to have been there fishing, but it's a whole, you were there with me standing, and Dana Brown. We're just standing out there in the cold waiting to cheer our guys on out of 250. We had 10.
Yes. So walk us through what that day, those days were like up in Wisconsin for you as the president. I know there were meetings and other things you had to do, right?
Oh, well, fortunately for me, I was rooming with Dana. We're both early birds, so we'd wake up like at 3:30 in the morning. We'd get ready. It was all about going and scarfing up some breakfast and walking along the river, and then it'd get daylight. The music's playing. It's bigger than life. Production stuff going on. The anglers are out there. It's all beautiful lights. You're taking pictures, and then the anglers, they start blasting off, and that's, man, I don't know. It seems like 10 minutes, because when you're really enjoying it, looking at all the boats and the guys from all these different countries carrying their flags and things, and then once they're blast off, we leave there. You got very little time, maybe an hour, and we went to meetings, and those meetings would last from probably 8:30, 9 o'clock till 1:30. I mean, it was busy, very informative, enjoyed them, fed us a little food, run back to the motel, freshen up, jump in the car, run the 4 blocks up to where the weigh-in was, and literally you would be there from 2 or 3 in the afternoon till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Then go grab something to eat and jump in bed, sleep 4 hours, get back up and do it again. I mean, it was a very, very busy week. Been there for the guys was almost as busy as been there, actually been an angler. because I wanted to make sure I gave every guy their time, their attention. You can see from the photos. And it was really a hard job running back and forth. I had you and Dana. I'd be like, hey, make sure you get so-and-so on the stage if I'm down on the dock.
Yeah, and the one thing that I think I would notice or did notice is there were only a few states really that had a lot of help from their state organization. Like Tennessee was one; they had a pretty decent contingent there. I mean, the presidents were there, but not all the presidents were down at weigh-in that I saw. There were.
I noticed that, and you'd see a few at breakfast. We'd see a few at meetings. On the breaks, you'd have a chance to talk. But on the dock, I didn't see as many presidents as I thought I would see. And that was a little disappointing. I was happy to be there, man. I was, in the capacity we were there, I was excited more than I thought I would be. And like I said, I was really proud of our anglers for making it there. It is a huge accomplishment.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because I think that I'm not sure if anglers understand. I didn't know what it really meant to make a state team until I made the state team several years back. And there's kind of a lot that goes along with that as far as opportunity.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's more opportunity now, and there's more opportunity coming than there ever has been. People are like, "Oh, we lost this, we lost that." We've gained so much in the 35 years that I've been doing it. I've dreamed of nothing else. One of my proudest accomplishments was we had like a little club championship years ago. We won as a club. I grabbed that plaque. There was 6 of us. We beat the other clubs. There was a sense of pride there in accomplishing and been good at something we love to do. And then fast forward, when I did make my state team on Smith Lake in Alabama, it set up perfectly. It was a good mix between what our lakes, Sutton and Summersville. So our anglers done well, and we even beat the Alabama team. And we won by 2 ounces, but a win's a win. We were excited, and it was kind of funny when we realized we had a chance at winning. We're all collectively got there in a group. We were spread out talking, but the closer it come to us win, we were all standing in a group as a team. And the last team weighed in, might have been Alabama or South Carolina, and they called their weight, and we're like, yeah, we're clapping, man. We're just high-fiving each other. But there was still another team to weigh in to compete. And we're like, oops, really? And we did end up winning by 2 ounces. And I went back to that moment that we won our club championship. It was part of being a team. That was probably that made us proud. You want to accomplish the next goal and move to the Bassmasters Classic or the National Championship from that format. And you're 2 tournaments away from a dream come true. But being there and being on that team and accomplishing the win as a team, I mean, it was a very prideful moment. And I was proud of the guys I was on the team with and proud to be a part of that team.
We had some questions written down. Julie, I know that Lyle's gone over a bunch of those at the moment already.
What made you want to be president of Bass Nation?
I don't know that I wanted to be president. I don't know that I wanted to be tournament director. I was to the point where I just wanted to fish and have fun. I've always been respectful of the guys that serve. I know what kind of time it takes, and we've came through a lot, and Ken's done a great job. All of his predecessors are keeping this going. And then when I got involved, there was some areas that, and Kevin himself's new, and we got pretty much a new board coming in. We got a few veteran guys there that are great. But there's some areas of bass is going through some change, and just so happened it's a role that I take very seriously, and I will serve the members as best I can. Probably it started getting real about June or July when we all started talking and things, and I got ideas going through my head, and then I went to that meeting, and all these changes, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm the new guy, and I got to be responsible to tell all these guys and explain all these changes. I'm the only face they're going to see through these changes. I think they're positive changes. I guess back to your question was what made me want to be president? I don't know that I wanted to be, but now that I'm coming in as president, I want to be part of that same team that I was talking about with the fishing. I want to be part of that. And I told someone just the other day, I'm one of 10. We all 10 make decisions equally. Someone has to manage and lead as far as the meetings and steer kind of the direction we're going, but it's a team effort. And that I want to make positive changes and leave my mark on bass fishing.
And what are your goals for the term that you are president of Bass Nation? Like what?
Kevin and I have talked about that, and I said, we'll do it for. I'll do it for my term, 2 years, and if I'm elected, I'll do it for 2 more, and after that, I don't want to get stale. I'm going to drop out and just enjoy fishing. But my goal is to leave it in a better state than when I took it, as far as financially and the membership. My goal was to create an avenue where people will get to experience the same fun and pride that I did making my teams and being part of my club. I want to create that atmosphere and secure West Virginia Bass Nation for the future anglers.
And I just realized I'm going to have to get a pair of like the opera glasses because it's really hard to put my glasses on with these headphones. And I look really stupid when I just half put them on. But anyway, ideas on how you're going to reach your goals and what can the anglers of West Virginia Bass Nation do to help you reach the goals? Like what do you need everybody that's a member of Bass Nation to come together and do?
It's like anything you do. When you fail to change, you fail, period. But if you don't change, accept changes, I guess would be what I'd like for anglers to do, and be supportive of the programs that Bass dictates to us. Some things we don't have a decision in. But as far as the ideas, we have the best group of 10 people. Every one of them, I believe, love the organization, or they wouldn't be spending hours and hours. I mean, we all have a lot of good ideas. And I'm not going to announce who the VP is. We still got to elect him the first of the year. We're pretty sure we know who it is. But I told him that we all got to agree to disagree and be able to ride home together. So I want to create a board that not only gets along, but puts that out to the members. We're all one big happy bass fishing family. And with that, we can make changes in fishing. I hope that
Yeah,
answers your
I've
question.
noticed with just a lot of the stuff I've witnessed, like people just I don't know. I was a little disappointed a while back. I can't even remember what it was that everybody was throwing a fit about, but I was like, wow, like you guys are volunteering. Like nobody's getting paid to spend hours and hours and hours of their time doing this. That was just a little disappointing to me. So hopefully everybody will be more cohesive.
Yeah.
And my last official question, what sets West Virginia Bass Nation apart from other tournament trails in the state?
Well, man, what sets us apart? We have the path to the biggest bass tournament in the world, the Super Bowl bass fishing, to the Bassmasters Classic. You can't make it any other way than through West Virginia Bass Nation. I mean, there's avenues for other trails to go through the Team Trail Series, but your chances are a whole lot slimmer. I don't think that leads to the Classic, but I may not be right about that.
I think it does, but you have to fish your way to that championship. Then you have to win the championship. Then you have to beat your partner, which is
Yeah, so
was
that
kind of
causes
weird, right?
that
Like you're
causes a
fishing.
little bit of vision. I will go ahead and
Yeah,
let the cat out of the bag. I'm not sure when you know this. We have more opportunities coming this year for people to make the nationals than ever before. I'm talking probably 24. We know of 22. We might squeeze another two. So that's a good opportunity for co-anglers and anglers alike.
yeah. I mean, at the meetings at Bass, they made a lot of changes, and we've talked about those changes as a board. Anyone was at the meeting, we talked about that there, and I think that we're probably going to push out some brochures and things because it's a little bit complicated, right? I mean, on some of the changes, it's not really complicated, but it's different than what it's been.
Yeah, it is different, but my goal is after our meeting, the board of directors meeting in January, is to put everything in writing so every program is fully understood. That I don't want to leave anything out that could, that could make someone miss out on an opportunity. I want every angler that signs up to know exactly what he's signing up for. And if that means we have to schedule phone calls and talk to them, I'll do that. I'll attend club meetings if necessary. But we want every angler to know exactly what they're fishing for. I mean, until they get there, if they would talk to the 10 guys that went to Wisconsin, the guys that went to Oklahoma, the guys who have went to the Nationals before, I don't think they understand the magnitude of just how big this is. Till you watch a guy from Japan carrying his flag through his boat and holding it up, and guys from, I believe, Portugal, Spain, I'm not sure what all countries was there, but these guys travel across the water. First, I was impressed that one guy from Japan had his boat, because I was looking at license. Most of them have boats registered in Texas. But you're
Yeah.
fishing against 7 different countries. And when you look down at all the money and the chances you got to win, it's pretty impressive.
Those guys from other countries were so happy to be there. They were
Yeah,
proud. That was cool to watch. Where are your Japan stickers?
My Japan stickers are in the glove box of my truck.
Oh, I was going to show
Yeah,
them.
I
That
have
would have been a
mine
great
here.
time to show them.
Yeah, I'll have to show this.
But yeah, they did it. They had their flags and they were happy and friendly and just that was cool to watch.
Yeah, the president of the Japan Bass Nation was there, to support some of the Japanese anglers, and that was fantastic. They're the nicest people.
Kevin
And they
still
were
feels
excited.
bad because when he was pulling out leaving, that guy was standing there waving at him, and Kevin didn't see him until I was like, "Hey, that guy was waving at you," and he was like, "Oh, that was my friend."
Yeah, that's one of the reasons, I have stickers now so that I can hand out, because he gave me stickers. I didn't have anything to give back to him. I thought, man, next year, or when I go back, I'm going to have some stickers or something
Right,
to
we
give him.
definitely go get some West Virginia.
Yeah,
Bass
show
Nation
the
stickers.
Tennessee.
Nothing else, just to give the Japan guys.
Tennessee.
Yeah, and Tennessee had a bunch of. Tennessee's got it going on because they have the beer,
Yeah, they have every.
Yeah,
so we need our own product.
We do.
We need pepperoni rolls. We can hand out pepperoni rolls.
Yeah, we should label pepperoni rolls. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Like some Mothman stickers.
Maybe that's what we'll put on our West Virginia Bass Nation. We'll put Mothman and pepperoni rolls.
Mothman fishing.
They had one sticker that had a heart or something. I couldn't really understand his sticker going on there.
Yeah, that was the Japanese.
But it was very kind of him to give us those stickers.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Yeah,
and that could be like a lot of organizations, even at Disney, I don't know if it's still a thing. Like there are pins you trade around. Yeah, the stickers, everybody could be like trading the stickers from different states. And it would make people want to meet people more, actually, because
stickers used to be a big thing. I don't know if y'all remembered or not. People used to trade stickers, like have albums of stickers back in the 70s and 80s. Maybe they did that in Japan. Maybe that's why he was handing us stickers.
I mean, honestly, you guys know I sell stuff on eBay, and I follow a lot of these pages where there are eBay sellers, and stickers are making a comeback. A lot of sticker collecting going on these days.
Okay, so I need to add stickers to my agenda. We'll discuss that.
Stickers.
I mean, we do a little sticker fundraising.
Maybe as president, I can just order stickers.
We'll just order some stickers.
Maybe. Okay, I have one more question for you, and this is going to be asked of every guest that comes on Reaction Bite Radio. If you had to pick only one bait to fish with for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, see, now everybody knows that question. I got to ask on the spot. One.
Well, only if they watch. We'll know if they watch the show, if they're
one
ready.
Bait that I would have to use the rest of my life. A few years ago, I would have probably said the LA worm. And it's a worm I had 10,000 of them made several years ago. Still a great worm, but I might go with a little swim jig now. I'd have a hard time picking. Does my life depend on it, or does a tournament depend on it?
Every tournament depends on it.
Yeah, I know, but am I feeding my family off of it? There's a difference.
No,
Tournament?
no. I mean, are you feeding your family with your tournament winnings now?
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about if everything goes south and I got to go down the river and get us some food.
I mean, I don't know. It's just the rest of your life. You don't know what's going to happen.
No, I would probably go with a jig. Do I just get to pick one size of jig?
Yes, one bait. You have same color, same size, same everything. You've got one type of bait. That's it.
Yeah, I would probably go with a jig, a lightweight jig.
What color?
What? Oh man, color. Oh man, I like PB&J. Of course, everybody has green pumpkin. Some browns. Something natural.
Okay. All right.
You need to be defined. What's the water clarity? What's the temperature?
It doesn't. See, you've only got one.
You're gonna. I thought we was gonna have fun. Y'all got all serious all of a sudden. It was lights on.
She's serious.
Like, we got questions for President-elect.
How was that? That was the least. That was the least serious question of the whole show.
Yeah, it was.
Except you tell me where in nature PB&J color comes in.
It comes in the springtime when the crawdads are cold and they got a little darker color to
them. Okay. All right.
Does that sound good? Because I read that one.
I have no idea. I don't.
I got cue cards here I keep looking over at.
Oh, yeah? Do you have anything else on your cue cards you wanted to cover?
Oh, no, I'm good.
So I have a question.
Answer your questions.
I want to go back to anglers fishing Bass Nation versus some of the other trails as far as what you get. And everybody knows that some of the team trails, you get to the team trail championship and all that stuff. But if Bass Nation has you have to pay to join a club. and you have to pay to be a member of Bass Nation. So what do you feel people get for that membership?
Well, what you get for that membership is in return, if you make, first of all, we're talking about, we were discussing being on that team, been on the state team and going, you get financial support to the next level and some beyond that, which we're going to lay that program out in writing so everybody fully understands that. I believe that Bass Nation is the true West Virginia state champ above all trails. And we're going to a create a program and an atmosphere around the state that people know that that's the most prestige. We want it to be the most prestige position. So if you want to be the premier angler, I think you need to win West Virginia Bass Nation state championship. But as far as benefits go, Bassmasters has all kinds of benefits as far as insurance and things for the anglers, discounts if you use those. And some anglers do. I've got one in particular. It's like, hey, if you ever use this, hey, I got 15% off here. And I'll be honest, I've not read the complete list. But making the team comes with a lot of other little perks other than the financial support. You get discounts from manufacturers and stuff. So no other trail offers that. No other trail offers you the opportunity to win $1 million. When I say $1 million, they've always said that if you would make it to the Classic win, it's worth $1 million. Endorsements and payout.
Yeah, and West Virginia's had a couple, right? I mean, we've had a couple go. Will Diffenbach recently.
4 or 5 ago. We've had Hot, Starks. Oh man, put me on the spot. Wheel and Russ. Am I forgetting someone?
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's in the news.
Frank Hot was the first one. Russ Smart was the second one. Jeremy Starks might have been the third one, and Diffenbach was the fourth one.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't forget anyone.
I think that's right.
But I've been in so long. I remember watching Frank Hot. He won the Wrangler Angler. That's when the Wrangler, the Nationals was called the Wrangler Angler because Wrangler Blue Jeans sponsored them. But I remember watching him on Bassmasters throwing a buzz bait along a weed line and catching bass to make the Classic and win that. And I was like, man, I want to do that. And when my opportunity came to join a club, I signed up immediately.
So let's talk about that a little bit because and we'll go into detail about this maybe in another episode. But if someone were watching this and they wanted to get involved with West Virginia Bass Nation, what do they do?
They can contact any of us through the website or just contact one of your local clubs.
Back a few years ago, it took us a while we had contacted clubs trying to get in and could not. Because at that time, I think the clubs only wanted like 12 members. I don't know what the deal was, and I don't know if something has changed, but we actually had a hard time getting into Bass Nation way back when.
Well, first of all, they are private clubs, and it is hard if a lot of clubs stop fishing when they stop requiring it. There are a lot of clubs that still compete to go. And that's good. There's several, north and a few here in the west that actually hold tournaments and qualify their guys to go. But with that said, some guys join what we know as a 12-man club. You're allowed to send 6 boaters and 6 co-anglers, and they pay their money and come straight to the qualifier, which qualifying system qualifies you for the state championship, which qualifies you for the national level. And when they get 12, they put them on lockdown because they don't want to fish. But there's a lot of clubs that fish. But it's easy to start a new club. Someone wants to start a new club. All they have to do is contact me at president@westvirginiabassnation.com. Or our contact information will all be on the website after their first year. And we'll help them.
But, yeah, people just need to know. Yeah, but if they contact one of y'all, you'll find a way to get them in. Or
find them a club, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are plenty of clubs that need members, and that's something that we can help them do. And the website is www.bassnation.org for anyone that might be listening and want to reach out, look at that, our contact info.
Out on the opportunity.
That's great. Yes.
And I'm sorry.
So tell everybody about the new group that's joining us, Lyle. The cat's out of the bag on that one. They're signing up.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, what's he talking about? No, we're proud to be a part of, and Kevin's on the committee for the Kayak series. We reintroduced the Kayak series and bringing it back stronger than ever. The board, myself, Kevin, we are full support of the program, and we've already chose a Kayak director, Mr. Blaine Winters. We believe, along with his staff that I will appoint after first of the year, will do a great job. We were running tests on our website. People started signing up. We
Oops.
believe that we will be 100 strong in membership. At least that's what they were talking. I thought if we could get, 25, 30, or 40 to sign up, that would be great. But the way people are signing up, hundreds very possible.
And I mean,
But
we've got Blaine on our list of who we want to have on the show.
yeah,
Go
Blaine's a
ahead.
great guy. He was back in the original when the previous administration or board had tried to do the kayak series some. He was one of the anglers that fished it. He's a very accomplished kayak angler, and you listen to him talk about all the equipment and stuff that goes into it. If I was younger, I would get a kayak. I don't know. Them guys
Hey,
are
if
tough.
if I give up like fishing, I might go. I might go to kayak fishing.
I fished a couple of those online tournaments, and that's the way the kayaks do it. And it is so stressful for me in a 20-foot boat to hold that fish, take a picture, make sure you get the right picture, make sure it don't jump back in the water. I couldn't imagine doing it all on my lap. I couldn't even do it on the deck of a 20-foot boat very well. So hats off to them guys, man. They're committed, and I mean it's not as easy as they make it look.
It takes some dedication. And one of the things, having the camper now, the Super Pacific, it's very, see, I got to bring the camper into it. Julie just dies. But it's one of those things, it's, you modify it, on your own and all that. And I told Blaine, I'm just so impressed with the things these guys come up with for these kayaks. I mean, they're just engineering all kinds of things to add new toys and tools and to kind of retrofit them for whatever it is they want to put on there. I mean, these things look like little mini battleships coming, down the lakes. It's amazing. The last time I fished out of a kayak, I broke the second rod in it, and that's when I gave up kayak fishing. My brother had one, and I had the rod stuffed down in the thing. It was all wrong, and I broke 2 rods in it, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I've never been in a kayak. I might fish one of the kayak tournaments. I don't know if I had a kayak or something. I'm not going to run out Mark. But yeah, these guys got electronics. Some of them got power poles. They got motors on them. I mean, they're nice.
Yeah.
That sounds even better if I have a motor and I don't have to be putting. Yeah, that sounds.
I will. I'll throw a kayak story out for you. We were on Lake St. Clair fishing, and I was with our state champion, Tony Keller. I'll throw it out there. I'm proud of Tony for winning state champion. And a good friend, Jeff Crothers. Water started getting a little bit rough, and Tony always errs on the side of caution. He's like, what do you think, L.A.? What do you think? It's like, man, I don't know. And we're starting to work our way in, and here come a dude on a kayak full blast headed out to no man's land. I was like, I think we're cowards. That's what I think.
I've got a kayak story.
He was already 4 miles probably offshore, and he was keep on going, and we were talking about the weather getting bad.
Our friend Greg Engel was fishing on Summersville and saved a guy's life that his kayak had flipped over, and Greg's just fishing and heard somebody gasp and turn around, and the guy was drowning. And of course, Greg being Greg, I don't think he didn't come back to the dock and be like, I saved somebody's life today. You just never heard another word about it. But yeah.
You're exactly right. That story, there's a little bit more to that story. But no, he didn't. He's like, when he approached me, he's like, hey, I got this guy's fishing pole out of the water. I'm not sure if you could, see that he gets it back. I'm like, well, whose fishing pole? I didn't, I had this fishing pole. Whose fishing pole it is? Well, then after the tournament, we started hearing a little more of the story. And we made contact with this gentleman to get his fishing pole back. I don't recall his name, and I'm not going to tell the full story. But it took 2 years. And finally, I'm like, look, if you don't come pick his fishing pole up, it's done. We were 2 years carrying that fishing pole around.
Why aren't you going to tell the full story?
Well, I don't want to tell the full story. I mean, we called, and it was just a mess trying to get these guys. I was about ready to drive to Summersville and throw the fishing pole back in the lake. I finally said, hey, man, this is your last chance to get your fishing pole. We've been to Sutton multiple times. I mean, he lived in that area. All he had to do was drive down to the ramp. It was a nice pole, and I'm not so sure he ever did get it back. I know who used it. We had one guy, he started using it for about a year. He used it. He may still have it. So
hey, I know.
He was like, that's a nice rod. I'm going to use it. But yeah, that was a story. There's a lot of adventures, a lot of stories, and they all make for good memories.
Well, some of them are bad memories. Some of them are bad memories.
Well, a memory's a memory. You're making stories.
Julie is still a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to say bitter. That's not really the word.
Well,
annoyed about...
Before we go any further, the bad memory I was actually referring to, and we'll talk about it on another episode, was the time you fell and hit your windpipe on your live well.
yeah.
that's what I was talking about.
Okay, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably, our show has got a lot of information in it. I think we're going to have to, probably wrap it up because we're getting,
I have no idea how long we've been on here.
it's been a while, I think.
I don't know. It's always good to
35
talk to
minutes?
good
35
friends.
minutes.
Yeah,
So-
it's always good to talk to good friends, and I appreciate
It
you
is.
guys considering me to be on your first episode.
We do.
Oh,
we
we,
do.
I
we
pictured
appreciate it very
being-
much.
I pictured it being a little more comical than informative, but y'all hit me with some good questions, and so
I
you never
mean-
know, and that's what podcasts are about.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, well, incoming president Lyle is different than bass fishing tournament Lyle.
I know
That's
you
a,
got all serious on me. I wanted to
Yeah,
talk
we did.
about drawing Julie in the qualifier.
okay, well, we can do that on another episode.
yeah, we can, yeah, those are episodes that could go on forever.
I've got stories to tell too.
Yeah, she does.
But every one of them stories, Julie, is a memory. And I want to say this if you're closing. I have made some of the best friends, and you guys included, and met some of the greatest people, all because I decided to bass fish. All of my close friends are fishermen. So it's more than fishing when you join a club. I joined the club, I think, in 94, and I immediately made a friend, and I can think of all the good friends I've made over the years through fishing. So you may not ever make the Bassmasters Classic, you may not ever make the Nationals, but I promise you, you will make good friends.
You're talking in general because I already made the Nationals.
She's got to throw that in there because you know who hasn't? Her husband. She started bass fishing just like whoop
all right,
my
Julie,
butt.
yeah, we were all on the page cheering you on as you bassed off in the national tournament.
I'm sorry I let everybody down. That was a rough
You
week.
let
but
no one down.
No,
I
no.
let myself down.
And that's back to my previous comment at the beginning, how emotional of a sport this is for the angler.
You put a lot
literally-
into it. You really do.
You put your heart into it. I've
You do,
literally,
and you get it broken more than what you know.
yeah,
Then you win.
man.
That's for sure. I mean, there's only one winner.
As a co-angler, though, you are at the mercy of whoever's in the front of that boat sometimes, and
Sometimes.
they can absolutely wreck your experience. I'm just
way-
going to leave that right there.
The way I
the
look at that is,
the sport's not without its issues. Locally, we've got some programs to try and fix some of that. And I don't think you've experienced that kind of, that locally. So it's the world we live in.
well,
I'm thinking. Let me think.
not the same level.
No, not
different.
I'm like, oh,
It's well,
that bad.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
and the thing about being a co-angler or being a boater is, as a boater, I can't make the co-angler have a great day. But what I can do is absolutely ruin their day if I try to.
And I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want it saying that, like 99% of the people that I have gotten drawn to be on the back of their boat have been fabulous. Like, I don't ever want to make it sound like, oh, everybody I fished with was awful. No, but you can have one or two horrible people and just totally sour your view on that whole aspect of fishing.
I've been the boater and some co-angler sitting back there spitting pop up in the air and pulling a fish on. Yeah. I'll say this. My goal, if I draw you, is to beat you and put you in your place, not because you're a woman, because you're a smack talker and you put it on 99% of the men you fish with.
Well, and they started, and you did beat me. So there.
Barely. You always beat you.
It's only because you let your fish get away, right?
I would say this, Julie, you're in my top 3 people as far as co-anglers.
Because when I hooked that nice fish, instead of coaching me like Tony did when I hooked that 5-pounder, you were going, "Oh my God, it's big! Oh my God, it's big!" And it made it worse.
Well, I was
Made you nervous.
enjoying your excitement. I'm not like Tony. I need to take a chill pill.
Tony's like, calm down. You can do it. You can do it. You can.
Not me. I was standing on the back of the deck, jumping up and down, aiming on these water, my head in the water, trying to get you filled.
It's there.
But see, that's the stuff that makes it so great.
That's one of those good memories.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what makes it great, and that's
It
what
didn't end well, but it's still a good memory.
It did not end well, but it was fun. It was a good memory.
Yeah, you don't have those things deer hunting. 2 people aren't up in a deer stand
Right. You're not, you don't have
yelling at the deer to come. And the great thing about it is, once it gets there, you can turn it loose and then catch it another day. I think that's what deer are fun, but man, They're a lot of work once you kill one.
And
Right,
yeah,
Lyle?
yeah, it's a lot of work, that's for sure, unless you have support staff like me nearby. I
And you
call
said
Mother
this is not going to
nephews,
be a
they're all
hunting
bigger
show.
than
It's
me.
not a hunting show. It's true.
It's not a hunting show. It's not a hunting show. But no, I mean, as far as catch and release goes, we're doing some things at West Virginia Bass Nation to ensure that our fish have better care than ever. We got some new things coming. We're looking forward to getting, I hope. But with that said, they've always, as an organization, I'm at almost 100% in live release. So that's something to be proud of. We'll continue that on.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yep.
Well, Lyle, we appreciate your time, and
Thank you.
as always, it's informative and entertaining, and we enjoyed it very much, and we look forward to having you back.
Thanks. Hope
Right.
so.
And
right.
we will let you know when your episode is going to air.
That's right.
And I'll make the whole family watch.
There you go.
Yes, yes.
And
Now, you
friends and extended
guys-
relatives.
You guys are great. I love what you're doing, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Seriously.
And when you're having the family watch, tell them to hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel.
Yes,
Like,
ma'am.
share, and subscribe, right?
I'm going to go do
and if they're rich, we're looking for sponsors.
it.
If they're not rich, we're looking for sponsors. Reaching for the stars there.
This is true.
All right.
But Lyle, we appreciate it. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.